Okay. Hello, little ghoulies. It is I, your Supreme, and welcome back to Iced Coffee with Heavy Screams. Now, today, I was with the clown the other day, but now, I'm with the paranormal Powerpuff Girls. Okay?
Woot woot.
Whoop, whoop. We all have different colors in the back and everything.
We
And how
do. This
we
wasn't
technically
planned.
kind of match a little bit. I'm not, this is matching the theme. Um, but
I can get some
for
green lights.
today, yes. But today we're going to talk about a topic that I love, that we all love, and that we all came together with the love of. The love of. Yeah, yeah. We're going to talk about paranormal and what we love the most about paranormal. But we have to introduce ourselves. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Let's start with Creep. Madame Creep, who are you? How did you get to the shadows?
Hello.
How'd you get here?
Hello. I am Noelle, the weirdo Wisconsinite of Creepy Confidential. As you can see, my little name right here. I generally talk about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and other worldly creepy, but paranormal is my first love. So I'm absolutely into it. 20 years of paranormal research, 17 years of investigating. Love
Come on, tagline. All right.
Yeah.
Miss Strange Talk herself. How
Yes.
did you get in the shadows? Who is you, girl? Who are
I'm
you?
Alex from Strange Talk. We talk about all things strange, weird, paranormal, ghosts, aliens, sandwiches, whatever's fun, weird. Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald if we want to.
It's probably what we
Yes.
brought up today, and that's fine.
Yes.
That's perfectly fine.
There's actually more than one like little like Bermuda Triangle in the world. There's like one in Alaska. There's one in
Is
Michigan.
there?
Yeah.
Yes. That's coming in
Mm.
Creepy Confidential 2026.
Wait,
Dropped it
Yeah.
here first, just so you know.
I didn't know
what?
that, but I'm so stoked to be able to like kick the ball to you there.
Right. I did not know that. I just learned about the Bermuda Triangle through the Addams family because that's where Uncle Fester
Mm,
like
Right.
was
I was
lost.
obsessed with the Bermuda Triangle when I was a kid. Of course I was.
Mm-hmm.
We
Same.
all would not be here if we weren't obsessed with some creepy shit. Okay,
Right.
like
It's
our
in my name. It's in my name.
creepy comment. It is strange talks. Listen, we're not normal people. Let's just be
Yeah.
honest at this point. We're not. We're not, and that's and that's fine. But yes, we're going to talk about just all things paranormal, our favorite things about paranormal. So, knowing that this is going to turn into what it's going to turn into, let's just, speed round. Who wants to start? Because I know we're all going to talk. So,
Yeah.
go ahead, Creep.
I'll
Go
go
ahead,
kind
Creep.
of like we'll go like around, like
Yeah.
what is that? You can do something like that. Um, I the love of paranormal, as I briefly mentioned, my time in the business, but these girls already know what I'm going to talk about. But it all started watching Ghostbusters when I was a little kid. I was
Oh,
explaining this to somebody earlier today that it wasn't the ghosts. I mean, like it wasn't the ghouls. It wasn't the big fantastical things. I was
mm,
obsessed with the fact that you could research them and you could track them, and there were devices, that science behind it, that from day one, and I'm an 83 model, so I'm around generally when Ghostbusters actually came out. So I think from a little kid that's been in me. I didn't grow up in a spooky house. I didn't grow up like none of that. I was obsessed with funeral homes, which was strange. I was like that kid that wasn't creeped out by the funeral homes. I was more like what's in them, what could be in them. I don't know why, but that was something I
okay.
was very interested in. So that I don't know if that's connected to Ghostbusters. So
Maybe.
started very young with a simple flick, and now everywhere I go, I'm like preaching the word of
Preaching
using
the
them as
gospel,
Creepy.
examples because
the
I
gospel of
love it
good.
so much.
I'm not sure. So you were ready for funerals. You were like, yes, Aunt Mary died. Let's go.
Yeah,
And
and then I worked in a funeral home for almost 6 years when I was older. So
okay, and
a very creepy
that's
one.
fine. Oh, and you don't like horror movies either. Not okay. I don't say you don't like horror movies, but that's not
Bread and
your
butter.
That's
yeah.
not my bread and butter. Like
Mhm.
Terrifier, absolutely not. There's no reason why. Like why? I don't need that.
We're
But a movie that's like religious horror,
mhm.
where there's truth to it, because I've mentioned the based on a true story type of things are what freaks me out, and I like to know what's behind it. Things like that. I've tried to watch it, can't. I get nightmares, blah blah. I like the thrillers. Like you got to think about it,
Okay.
you know, or the ones that are like pretty much like a make for make, like The Conjuring. Really enjoyed that. Although I
This is
got to
why
the end and I
you're the
was like,
research one.
yeah, I got to the end
Yeah.
and I was like critiquing, like
Yeah.
that's not real. That's not how it happened.
You said I have an episode on that actually. If you want to,
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'll like send it to them.
I'll link it in the bio. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my notes.
And that's very disconnected because usually people that are into paranormal and creepy subjects, they usually love horror movies. Like
That's
they tend to go
Yes,
when,
exactly.
and I am not that person. I like PG spooks. That's your word. I am definitely into those, like, or Ghostbusters, where it's like a dark comedy, where, you know, Beetlejuice, love it. It's Tim Burton, so you can't really go wrong. But that's me.
Miss Strange Talk.
I always loved weird stuff when I was a kid. My first show I remember loving as a kid was Courage the Cowardly Dog, where he's running into ghosts and aliens and Bigfoot and space whales, and all the kids were terrified of it and like would be like leave my house like crying because they were terrified of the horrible scary show with the cute pink dog.
And you just looked at him like
Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
That.
It is a bizarre show. Yes.
Yeah.
Which also got me to like Egyptian mythology and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's like right up my alley.
Yeah. It's
so
a really, and it's very like kids cartoon, but like kind of terrifying. So yeah, and then also like I always loved horror movies. I was always the one like breaking out the Ouija board at like sleepovers and stuff like that. Like I've just always been like a creepy, weird little kid who loves stuff. I started the Alien Believers Club at my school in 3rd grade with another girl in my art class. I don't know if she knows that she's still part of this club, but she is.
I knew I loved you.
Do we need to unearth this club again? Can we join?
The club was 2 people, so yeah, sure, you can join.
Yeah, what are the dues? Is it, is it
the dues where we were like painting UFOs in our art projects. That was pretty much it.
We should do that.
I wonder what she's up to these days. Her name was Katie.
Katie,
if you're out there, we got new members.
We would have a Chili's date, some triple dipper action.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yes.
I mean, we're not too far from each other, so we could.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
we could. Well, in my hometown, being Loveland, we had the Loveland Frog too. So.
Oh.
You're so lucky. I didn't have.
Ohio was very creepy.
Ohio's super creepy.
It's super haunted.
Yeah. Ohio is just haunted.
Per
so
capita.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know because both of y'all investigate, correct? Like the paranormal and all that.
It's been a while, but yeah, I took a long break, but now that I'm teaching, I'm jumping back into it.
Oh yeah, teaching. Let's what are you teaching, girl? Let's talk about that for a second. What you teaching,
that was
girl?
Not a shameless drop. I just happened to mention
No,
it.
but we're gonna make it a shameless drop.
Little
this year that was like my lifelong, like when I thought, I'm like, I want to teach about the paranormal and I want to show them how to investigate, but not the Baggins way. Like what's behind it? What are you really doing out there? And I finally started doing it. And this year I embarked on a library lecture tour to like see how it went. And I started in Wisconsin. I was bunch couple in Ohio, and I loved it. Teaching just Paranormal 101 to get my feet wet, and talks about the kind of 2 of the big entities that you might encounter, the 2 big types of hauntings that you might like, residual or non-residual, and kind of just jumping off that, and then lots of examples. I love giving movie analogies for what I'm teaching so that people can look at it and go, oh, okay, I saw that in a movie. Now I understand the 2 of it. So that was really, really fun. And then also the safety aspect, going out, kind of the basic golden rules of paranormal investigating and equipment. Paranormal 101 was a great way to show kind of people the top level things that you're for sure going to run across and how to use it. We did talk about things like the Ouija board. Now, it's not really a paranormal investigative tool, but I get it.
It's fun.
Mess with it. everybody's different, and that is not what the class was about. It was more just showing the history, the science, why it's considered this, and I sold out my first 3. Well, sold out. It was all the lectures were full seats. It was free,
As you
$0.
should. Yeah.
And it was fantastic. So in 26, they're coming back. I'm writing 102.
Oh, good.
102 right now. So I'm going to teach people about everything paranormal.
Yes.
As you should. And speaking of, you did analogies. You did, because I think you did them at Ghouliecon too, because us 3, we were on something.
We were on something?
We were on
Ghost
something.
ship. We were talking about ghost
were on
ship.
ghost ship.
Yeah. So
We drove some cars.
It was awesome that you guys were a part of it, so that, because I think you want a panel. If you just have one person talking at people, and Creepy Confidential was allowed to do the Phantom Focus panel, and we all brought together our powers.
Literally, yes.
Literally, yes. The paranormal Powderpuff Girls, as we like to, we've called ourselves. And we discussed entities that showed up in movies. Yeah, we talked about a couple on Ghost Ship, because that one was packed full.
Yeah, that was got a lot going on.
And yeah, there was that. What was the
Changeling?
That's it.
Mhm.
That was the Changeling.
Yes,
Changeling. I had to go back and watch it, and I was like, that is a crazy movie too. So that was fun.
Hilariously, I was talking about this on somebody else's radio show yesterday, because they're like, "Oh, how was Ghouliecon?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we did this panel and it was really great." And that's why this is like already on the top of my head. So
speaking of radio shows, hold on, because Strange Talk, you just don't like the paranormal. What else do you do with the paranormal and with all that? Let's talk about your show.
Oh yeah, okay. So I have a radio show.
Ma'am.
It does go out on the radio. After it goes to radio, then it goes to the podcasting stuff.
Yes.
My degree is in film and audio, so it's cool that I finally get to use my degree for something. And it probably was always going to end up being something weird and creepy. When I went to film school, it was mostly to make music videos and horror movies. So here we are.
Yeah.
Can we make a horror music video?
Yes, please.
Call the Paranormal Powerpuff Girls? I feel like
Yes,
PPG.
absolutely. Whenever, let's go. My equipment's right here.
Do it right now. It's okay. It is okay. So
This is actually part of it right now.
I love it. Okay. Yeah. You got what's the station though that you're on?
Yeah.
It is 91.7 FMHD2 WVXU in Cincinnati. So it is public access radio, and we're one of we're WVXU's other stations are mostly NPR. So public radio.
And all of the paranormal Powerpuff Girls will all be linked obviously below. So make sure to check everything else.
Honestly, they should know all of us by now, because we're always talking to each other.
Yeah. So we're showing up on one of our channels somewhere, and it's like, which is great in my opinion, because then they know that someone's linked to somebody else.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to sit down and have like a conversation that you think is going to go like that way, and before you know it, you're just on a hike out in the middle of nowhere.
That's what this episode is. This is a disclaimer that I have no idea where we're going to go. I still don't know where we're going to go, and that's fine. But that's why I really and also I want to point out, Creep said that she was on a break 2 days ago, and I texted her the next day and said, "Hey girl."
Yeah. I know. They're gonna be like, the channel just announced she's on an 8-week, hiatus. Like, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not capable of that.
You can't take the creep out of you. You gotta let it out, even if it's not on your channel.
Yeah, there's so much behind the scenes, and even usually when I'm not doing something for the pod, I'm like over here because I saw something on a channel about an alien that's connected. It has nothing to do with me writing anything, and it's like 4-hour tour someplace else.
And this one we're just having a little sleepover right now.
Yeah.
So we're chilling. We are.
Yeah.
And that's like really what I loved about y'all too, is with the paranormal, you just show that there's so many variations that people can go into as far as working with paranormal, the investigation, the education behind it a lot that you guys both talk about. Even I would say like cryptids and stuff is kind of part of paranormal in a way.
Oh yeah,
they're not normal.
It's paranormal. It's not normal. Yeah, it totally falls into that. And I think people get stuck on paranormal as just ghosts.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
it's not. It
I
includes
the paranormal
vast
is just
thing.
sort of any unexplained abnormal.
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
still the word normal in there. It's
Yeah.
there. It's just not
Yeah.
normal.
Yes. What is your favorite non-mainstream paranormal like phenomenon?
Ooh.
I went first last
non-mainstream.
time. I'm blabbing.
Ooh. Okay.
I love this episode so far. Just saying.
I don't
Just
even know
saying.
if I'm not sure if this is my favorite, but it's the one that creeps me out the most. Have you heard of the
Ooh.
black-eyed children?
Yeah. Oh.
Ah, that
Yes.
freaks me out.
Girl,
Yeah.
not be opening my door. Who is?
I have never
Ooh.
experienced this, but if I have someone knocking at my door and I look through the little peephole and I see just little
Girl.
black eyes staring back at me, Mm-mm.
We're not opening the door. We're like,
Well,
where's
luckily
your
I don't
mother?
open my door anyway, so
Correct.
not a
'Cause I
big
will look at the
deal.
door
But
just like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
that yes, and it's supposed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're like as soon as you open the door, they're like, okay, they're invited in.
yeah, they're
And
gonna
they're
get
not
you like
free.
immediately. So yeah, just don't.
Just don't.
Stranger danger. Don't open the door,
I
even if
don't
they're
open my
like, "I
door
need
anyway.
help."
You tell your
Well, and
mama.
they'll try to trick you. They'll be like, "I need help. I need help." Just call
Yes.
911. Just call
Go next
911.
door.
Correct. And it's crazy because they know what to say as children
Yeah.
Mhm.
to get you. So how
Yeah.
did you learn this? Where? How? Who taught you?
Well, because they're not real children. They're
That's what I'm saying.
beings.
Yeah.
No,
But it
so
follows that, like when you go paranormal investigating,
Mhm.
it's one of those things. If you hear a child or if you see
Mhm.
a child, 99% of the time, it is not a child. It
Mhm.
is something unknown because you haven't investigated it yet, but it's something that's trying to make it seem like you would let it in, talk to it,
Mhm.
engage with it. It needs help because
Mhm.
that's what it's trying to do. It knows, whatever it may
Mhm.
be, that this regular form of a human would see a child and go, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Right.
Yeah.
When it's a trap.
Yeah.
It's rarely a child in my reading and
Mhm.
my investigating. A child is not typically going to haunt. They're pure.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So if you hear a child, if you see a child, the chances are that it's something mimicking
Well,
to make you think it is.
it's talking about them being pure souls. I mean, like they're just unlikely to have unfinished business.
That.
And that
Mhm.
too. Yeah, if you
Mhm.
follow that side too. Exactly. There there's no reason that they would be here.
Mm.
You wouldn't hear a baby crying because it's a baby.
Yeah.
Mhm. Do you
It's
think they can get
literally
stuck
hasn't even had a chance to live yet.
in like the loop? Because I know you were kind of referencing that when we were doing our panel or whatnot, that there are some that they're just
Oh
like stuck
yeah.
in the timeline. Do you think a child could get kind of like stuck in the timeline of maybe they, God forbid if they got like killed by a car or something like that,
Right.
if they're just going
I
on the
don't
street?
think if you see that, it's not the child that you're seeing.
Mm,
Then you're almost
That's just part.
encountering. I'll use it because it might make more sense, like the stone tape theory, when something is energy is stuck to it
right,
and it's
right,
it's kind of like a record player where
right.
it's not the
Mm.
actual child you're hearing. It's not that, just something was so profound or traumatic, it
Mhm.
like stuck itself, it glued itself to
Right.
this desk or
Mhm.
that mirror or whatever.
Mhm.
That's my 2 cents on that one though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the black eyed chill. I've learned, and it's so crazy because if I just say that to like somebody random, they're like, "Who are you talking about?"
They're gonna be like, "Oh, the black eyed peas. What are you talking about?"
Like, what are you even saying?
Yeah.
And
So
this,
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas kids formed a band, and they'll just
and
like
they
come
just like
knock on
knock
your
on,
door.
Yeah,
It's
they just
really
show up at your
weird.
door.
and we
Mm-mm.
scared the absolute shit out of me that somebody just walked past you because I thought that I was a black eyed child, and I was like, "You let somebody in."
I
You,
also
Mhm.
saw that and was just like, no, and then was like, no, that's just my roommate.
It's just my roommate.
I think like if I get so jumpy, I'm such a jumpy person, but I love scary movies and all that. But I will be the first person to be like, "Oh,
I also love
my
haunted
heart just stopped."
houses, and I
I
think
love.
I've accidentally trained myself to not react, where I'm just like, okay, because I saw that and was like,
Yeah.
but then it was just inside. I was just like, just ignore it, just ignore it.
But once like I think she kind of screwed a little bit, and I was like, oh, she's real. Okay, now we can acknowledge her. We ain't acknowledge her until I know that's real. Yeah, we just gonna act like it's not.
I mean, I didn't see anything. You saw something?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Ignore.
Listen,
Ignore.
we heard something in the creep's office. You remember that we heard the growl in your office.
That was so weird.
That was
I have not
Girl.
experienced this. This house is not haunted, in
Mhm.
my opinion. I think the cats look at the scene. Mike might say, Mr. Creep might say something else because the way that the cats react to the same spot, and except for the one time when he was gone, and I had that shadow man standing in the corner.
Oh.
That could have been I was
We ain't
tired.
just gonna gaze over that. What you mean a shadow?
It could have been like I will try and
Don't acknowledge it.
Yeah. But that once we were here, we were finishing up, or we had just finished an episode.
It was just like we were not recording. I know that.
Yeah, I think because we had just turned off the live, and it was like as if like where Creepy Confidential is. That's
Mhm.
where it came from, and my
Ooh.
case full of the Stone Tape Theory experiment items was right below it,
Mhm.
and I've never had it happen again.
So you think it's
It was
probably
very,
the
very strange.
items that have the haunting, not your house.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. And I don't, it's strange because I carry that case with me and it's here. It's always here. It's not
Yeah.
up here.
It
It's
just
down,
wanted to
but
say hi that day.
whatever it was. And it was right after I got the new bell, that
Oh,
antique
yeah.
bell. But I don't know. Who knows? I have crystal items in there from Edwardian era. And I mean, it could be anything.
I mean, we probably generated some power. You gotta think, us three, we probably are generating some power. So they probably were like, oh.
It was just very strange that you could hear it. Because like I turned and I thought she didn't hear it. Like I thought it was like a cat behind me. And then I turned and her eyes were like as big as her glasses because she had heard it. And then I thought, oh great, it really did happen.
I feel like all of my best, like I've seen something things are ones where I'm like, okay, I'm just like seeing something, and then I turn and see my friend with me who's like, ah, and I'm like, oh no, you also saw it.
So it did happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did, yeah. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. I don't have any devices running. I don't have any sort of equipment. It was just strange that it just happened. It's never happened
just
again.
explain it away. It's okay. But what is your favorite phenomenon?
Oh yes.
Before I forget.
So I think one of my favorite things, I'll say my favorite / most terrifying things to me, just rare because I don't usually give up things that actually scare me because then people use it. I grew up with boys, so my brothers.
Spiders. I don't like spiders.
Because God forbid.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care about much, but I know not to give up your weakness. And I are like a shadow. I'll say not a shadow figure like, oh, you saw a shadow move, like a perfect outline as if there is nothing taking up that space. It is just void.
Yes.
Of color, void of void, but it is in the shape of a person.
Ooh, you're giving me chills with that.
Right.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because I guarantee you've either just come across it in research somewhere. So what's weird is that typically you see them in other people's videos, like they cross pass a room and it's like a perfect outline of a person.
Yeah,
and you can see everything. It's not hazy. That's what happened in here. In my bedroom. And I go from like I'm cool. Yeah. Once my heart rate is up, there's like no bringing me back down. And I remember looking over in the corner, like if my bed lays here, like over here is the bathroom door to like Mike's little private personal little bathroom, but he wasn't here. And there's a outline of a man's silhouette. And I put night lights everywhere because of that very reason. I am the nightlight queen.
Ooh, I love
I'm
a
always
good
afraid I'm
nightlight.
going to trip over a cat, and that's really rough. But so I could see big shoulders, tall, a head, no hat, and
so not a hat man. Okay.
Yeah, not a hat man. That's the other one I was thinking of. but it was like as if it was like you could put your hand, walk up and put your hand through it. It was completely black.
Creepy.
I had never experienced that in my space.
Yeah.
Like
Your
over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys have been around me enough. People can probably pick up on it. I'm pretty jovial, pretty like,
Yeah.
I'm not like not a bad person. At least I don't
No bad
consider
vibes.
myself a bad person. And so that stuff generally just doesn't follow me around. And I remember and I couldn't just flick the light on because our lights are on our phones.
Yes.
So I'm like, but I
So-
had to keep
It was
it
just like,
right
oh my
here.
God.
And
Was
then
it like this
finally
lighting
came
in
on.
here?
It was like, yeah, but
Like
imagine
what
it
you
like
have right
it was,
now?
but black.
Or was it darker? Oh, it was
like
no, I mean like the room was
dark.
dark too.
The room was dark except
Oh
for a
my
nightlight next
God.
to my bed. So I
But you
could
could
see it
tell.
in the corner. And I thought, I'm going to turn this on. And if somebody's standing there, they're going to get my friend and his 9 friends,
Yeah.
or however many friends I may have.
I
But there was nobody it was nothing. It
saw
was just
exactly
on.
that when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I was in my friend's room with my friend's cousin, and he was like messing around and he turned the light off. And as soon as he turned the light off, I saw the outline. Like it was almost like because it's so void that it almost like it seems like it's kind of glowing compared to the rest of the room being dark.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
like my friend's cousin was still like right next to me, and I was smacking. I was like, turn the light on, turn the light on, turn the light on,
Oh,
turn the light
you
on.
don't see this.
Yeah.
And like because it was like getting closer. Like it wasn't moving, but it was getting closer. And I was like, if this gets here, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Like for
And I
me,
forgot
all
about that until just now.
it's crazy, like I've said it once and I'll say it a million times, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus,
Yeah.
and all I could think is I better say a prayer because there's nothing else is going to protect my butt at this point. And I turned it on, but it was gone.
Yeah.
It was literally, it was like,
Yeah.
it's like the
No, as
scary
soon as the lights
movie
are on,
where they walk
it's
over
gone.
and you see something and you turn it on and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I slept with the lights on.
Yeah. Well, when he finally got the light back on, I was still staring directly ahead. I didn't look
Mhm.
away or anything, and it was just gone. It's
Have you ever experienced when you've been investigating? So imagine keep the same vibe going where it's like a
Mhm.
space that's void and you like stick your hand in it and it's ice cold.
Oh, I've never
Ooh.
stuck my hand in it. I'm always like, I don't want to touch that.
Girl, you're investigating. Come on now.
Yeah, but I'm like, something
Ooh.
bad's gonna happen if I do this.
Yeah.
But if
Well, you
you're
need to
putting your
stop
hand in
messing with it.
there and it's okay, then
telling you.
I mean, I'll try
Because
it.
it's just like my thermometer is like dropping, but EMF isn't doing anything, which is very
Mhm.
strange because
That's-
I'm a science person. I always have to
Yeah.
have
I'll say
give
you
me
could definitely.
instrumentation. Like,
Yes, I love
that is how I
You-
work. That's how I
yes.
prove, disprove,
I
and you have
love
to
that,
repeat
though.
it.
Mhm.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I know some people may say the lights and the beeps and the boops. If you're listening, you know who you are.
Beeps and the
But
boops.
I use them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nothing was happening except for a drop in temperature right here.
Mhm.
And it is. I stuck my hand out because we were in a dark room.
Yeah.
And it was like I had opened the freezer with no light
Huh.
and stuck my hand inside.
Mm.
It was the weirdest feeling. And you know how you can like feel when you open the freezer and it's almost like those little waves of
Yeah.
mist?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like you could feel that
Oh.
over the top of your hand. It was the strangest thing.
See, I've never seen that when I've been investigating. It was only when I was a kid, so I was just like, "Get me out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'd probably be like, "Okay."
And I go in, with a clean slate and I'm
Yeah.
like, I say what I need to say. I don't mess with things that I'm not supposed to mess with.
Mhm.
I am there to prove or disprove. And I couldn't prove or disprove it. But that's precisely what happened. It did. It felt like dry ice. You know how on dry ice you
yeah.
can see it?
Mhm.
But imagine your
Mhm.
eyes are closed and you can feel it. That's exactly what it felt.
Yeah.
So for investigation,
Very weird.
since you guys are obviously very good investigators of the paranormal, do you think to be a good investigator, what do you think it needs to be more of? Is like the science, the education base, or more of just we're gonna say like the vibes per se, like just relying on your intuition.
I
when
have
you're
a
doing-
feeling that Alex and I are going to have a little different opinion, which is fine. because you
Yeah.
have to have different opinions.
I think it does depend on the person for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some people, your intuition is going to be more of your guide than your tools.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But for other people, your tools are gonna lead you to what you want to see.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. And like I think that you have to, if you're going to use tools, you have to use tools that can be repeated,
Yes.
things, and you
Mm.
can't alter them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for instance, when you hold dowsing rods, you can, even if you don't think you're doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
the ideomotor phenomenon, don't quote me, is
Ooh.
involuntary motions in your hands. So
Oh,
you
okay.
can look like you're holding your hands straight out in front of you, but you're causing them, exactly, you're
Mm-hmm.
causing them to kind of move around, or some people who use talking boards, then they feel that that's an equipment for them,
Yeah.
not for
Yeah.
me. Again, it's your hands. It's your hands
Yes.
on the board. So you can't prove or disprove what somebody sitting across from you is doing,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you should never, they say you should never operate it by yourself, yada yada.
Yeah.
So you have to take off like the human factor,
Mm-hmm.
but you also, I agree with Alex, you have to use your intuition because your meat suit will tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know how else
Got all
to
these
describe it.
little hairs on the back of your neck that
Yeah,
stand up and
exactly.
stuff.
If your hairs stand up, if your heart rate goes up, yes, you're excited. That's a
Right.
natural thing that happens,
Mhm.
but you have to listen to it. It's like
Mhm.
stranger danger. If
Yeah.
that van looks sketchy, you probably shouldn't get in it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Black phone. I don't know why he
But
has
if
it.
you're trying to prove or disprove the paranormal event of some kind, you're going to have to get brave enough to go in.
Yes.
You're never going to prove or disprove it.
See, the other thing I was going to say is curiosity is one of your strongest tools. If you don't have that, you're not going to see anything at all.
Yeah.
That's I think what we all three have in common is that's what we started the paranormal journey with. And
Yeah.
in any way is we were all very just curious
Mm-hmm.
about some aspect of it. And that just this is our careers, guys. You can have careers. You have careers in paranormal, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
What do you
that
think the most like misunderstood thing is about being just in the paranormal industry and just being a lover, I guess?
I think a lot of people don't understand how much of it is preparation and just waiting.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
A lot of it is just sitting around and you're not getting a lot. And I mean, like you get stuff where you're not hearing anything at the time and then you go and look at it later and then there's something.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be very boring in the moment.
Which I think when we're so like with The Conjuring and with the movies like that and with certain shows, we just see so much action so fast. Like even I watch a lot of YouTube paranormal and like the investigators and stuff there, but they still like they can get stuff in 2 seconds.
They're only showing you the best moments, you know. They're
Right.
not going to show you them sitting around twiddling their thumbs. Looking for paranormal stuff is not quite unlike fishing, where you're sitting around for a long time waiting for something to bite.
it's a great analogy. It's a great analogy. Yep. And you're literally like sitting in each room, or you're going to the room that has claims in it, or property that has claims, or whatever. And that's exactly it. Like for instance, our team, we used to get there at dusk. We would set up audio, we would set up video, we would set up motion detectors, and then it is very similar to the show where you would get there and then lights out.
Yeah.
You don't have to investigate in the dark, but it helps. I think it helps.
It gets you in the mood.
Well, and you can't really see a mist as well. Or you can't see, like if you have a laser grid up to kind of see if things are passing through it, you really can't see in the daylight very well. So it's kind of 50-50. We used to investigate in the day, but we would sit there until 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and we would probably get 3 or 4 pieces of legit something that we could use.
Yep.
That wasn't someone burping, farting, coughing, talking,
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot of sitting around.
Yeah. The little like bits and pieces you get make it look so much more glamorous than it is, where you're just sitting there like, hopefully we get something.
I think that's
Yep.
why it just has become. I feel like in the last couple of years, it's become so much more mainstream to be part of
Mhm.
the paranormal industry and be like a paranormal investigator and get the clicks and get the views and everything. But I've
Yeah.
never investigated because I'm very terrified. Um,
They're not
because
We'll change that.
I
Yeah.
want to. So y'all was investigating that leaping lizard, and I should have just joined.
You
I
should
should-
have.
We were just in a ladder well.
Yeah. We're on
It wasn't-
different
you're
floors
not
asking
going anywhere.
questions, getting similar answers.
Yeah, that's all it is. I also, this is a unpopular opinion for those that are fans of these people, but people like Matt Rife or the Bagans when they're big, they're huge. But we'll go back to like when Matt Rife started. He's very fantastical when he responds. A normal paranormal investigator, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's cute," so they watch it. But a normal paranormal investigator doesn't really respond that way, unless it scares the bejesus out of you, and then you just can't help it.
Yeah.
But the more you react and the more noise you make, like they're doing, you can't use any of their audio. You can't use any of their video most of the time because it's either in their face or it's like this. So it's just it's good TV. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not a legit investigation. And I'm sorry. If you're watching, www.creepyconfidential.com, hit the contacts, we'll talk.
Listen,
We can
all I
have a
know is
conversation.
Creep is part of the coven, so just saying. Creep can say whatever she wants, still get straight shots. So just saying.
You're like,
I'm not bad mouthing. Nothing that I said is
It's just your
incorrect.
opinion.
You
No,
can't use the audio, you can't use the video, and you can't reproduce it.
I
So-
love that we're just seeing why we are who we are in the paranormal Powerpuff Girls here because I'm bad mouth. I'll throw hands here.
It's fine.
and I'm like words. I'm very
It's fine.
And I agree with you, but I'm also like, I'd fight Zach Baggins. If I was a ghost, I'd punch him.
so would I.
You're a violent ghost.
So would I.
And he's literally asking for it. He's like, hurt me. And I'm like, all right.
Like, you just asked for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do you think ghosts can
and
really
I get
hurt
it. I've been you can go back, whoever would go through my Facebook account or wherever account. I watch Ghost Adventures because it is TV.
Yeah.
There's pictures of me like I'm like getting to watch Ghost Adventures because I know I'm gonna eat popcorn and laugh at Zach Bagans.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's pure entertainment.
That's all it is, entertainment. And every
I
time
wouldn't
he
say
yells
it's
at
good,
them,
but it's entertaining.
I have never hit anybody in my life, but I would have.
But in the
started this
afterlife,
individual.
it's on.
What was the other one? Taps?
Taps.
I like Taps.
I like
a lot.
Taps. Yeah.
I did
watched
too.
Taps a lot.
Mhm.
I feel like they were
I didn't like
real-
it when they kind of lost their way and there had a whole bunch of kind of youngsters on there. But when like they started, they were they wanted to debunk everything.
Yes.
That's when I watched it a lot.
And that's kind of how we started, like how our team started was every bump in the night, debunk it first.
Well, that's what I like is debunking means that what you have left is going to stand up. Like that is evidence that stands up and will last.
Yeah.
Because you have to have both sides. Now, have I gone on in paranormal investigations just for fun and basically had no equipment and was just going for the cheap thrill?
I think we, as like spooky gals, I think we've all done like Randonautica and went down creepy roads before just to do it and just to see if we see something for our own selves. I've done that before. I think that's fine.
And cemeteries. I have sent these guys pictures of the cemetery in like a Thursday afternoon of me taking pictures for iconography.
Okay, with our coffee, just like
with my hat on.
Fabulous, though.
I love it. It's beautiful. I don't have a problem with it. But shortly after sending you guys that, I drove around to the other side of this. They have a beautiful, huge cemetery here, and I could have sworn I thought I saw somebody behind a stone.
Yes.
Like, dude, like, and I thought maybe it's a kid.
Yeah.
And then as I drove around, there was nobody there.
Oh.
So I got my little spirit box out, and I'm like,
I want to talk to you.
Play. See what comes up, because you better believe I had everything in my car.
I was gonna say, do you always have it on you? Because I imagine that you do.
I do.
You're the Inspector Gadget of paranormal.
I love it.
Like you are that.
I always
That
have
is
been.
that is you.
I'm like, which
No.
one you need? Do you want this one, or do you want to be on this one? Or
This one,
yes,
but I
no, I
guess
keep. Oh, it's not.
you, this is this when I say she's the Mary. No, the Mary Poppins of
fine.
paranormal.
Mary
Actually.
Poppins,
The Mary
yeah.
Poppins is more creep. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but you know, to end this amazing stream, to end it, not stream. We're not streaming yet. Maybe we will. Listen, we're gonna do a
gonna be
24/7,000 stream. It's okay. But it's one last question for my paranormal Powerpuff Girls. What is one item on your paranormal bucket list that you want to do?
Ooh. Okay, my quick one is obviously see the Frogman, but I really, really want to do an overnight at Waverly because I've been trying to for years and it just hasn't happened. And I feel like I'm really close now. I feel like I found a good group of people. So hopefully maybe it'll happen.
Oh, that would be
It's so
awesome.
expensive, but oh my
It's a,
god, yeah.
That's why we had to find like a group of 10 people where I'm like, okay, I
Mhm.
need 10 people who will go with me who are in for this, but also are not going to like interrupt me actually investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
or be like dangerous or rude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what
yeah.
That's hard to find.
Yeah.
Very,
we
very
actually
hard.
we were trying to do it a couple years ago for my friend's bachelorette party, and that unfortunately did
Ooh.
not work. It got booked up before we could.
Listen, if I ever get married again, the future husband, it's gonna be spooky. There's
Oh
gonna be a
yeah.
lot of spooky.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. Gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of spooky. What about you, Creep?
Yes.
What about
I
you?
would love to go on the Queen Mary. That's
Ooh,
on my bucket list.
yeah.
I got to see it like
Yeah.
as we were leaving for a cruise.
That's
And
fun.
I was just like, because you can stay the night there, and
Yes.
it's got the old school vibes, which I love. I am more than willing to dress up in full garb every
Yes.
single
Oh, we
night
know.
if it means that it would
Yeah.
bring the ghosts to me. Yeah.
Yes.
And I would love that. And
Oh,
I also feel that I would have to have like one of those spirit trumpets.
Yes. Yeah,
To
that we
do
were
it like
talking
the
about. Yeah.
real, to do it like the way that they would have done it, even if I know that
Yeah.
that's not, you know,
Yeah.
maybe going to
Get
get me anywhere.
authentic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I love
That's
that.
just, I would love that.
No, and
Something about
Queen
the
Mary
ships.
also has. Oh my gosh, we were about to go this year when we were in LA, but it has a haunted house. Like it has a haunted festival. Me and
That's
Yuri
As
were
part of
going
it.
there. Oh, we were about to go there. It was like it was expensive though, and we were tired. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looks so cool.
Can
Like
you imagine working there as a haunt actor?
that's what I'm saying.
I bet
Like,
when the lights are down, like when everyone's out,
Ooh.
you know,
right.
night
You're
is
eating a
wrapped.
sandwich.
Yeah, and you're just like sitting there in your haunt gear, like just taking 5,
Yeah.
eating something. Can you imagine what you see?
Because they're all
causing all that?
There's
Mhm.
mazes on the ship, and then there's stuff outside. So like you're in that ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
You're
5 or
in
6
it.
mazes. Yeah, like
I
in it.
love ships. Even when I got to, because I was in the Navy, actually, we talked about that. There was a huge carrier in Charleston, South Carolina. The Yorktown is parked there.
Mhm.
And you could go, at the time, you could find sailors that would have been on it during World War II. A lot of them are, kind of passing on. But oh man, I wasn't even like in the paranormal world yet. Just walking around,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's oh dear.
Yeah.
Like the whole place. Part of me was geeking out because I'm a Navy dig it, I
Right.
love it. But the other part was that place, I could feel it. And we got to talk to the people that work there, and that would be a fun place to do an
I
investigation.
think
It's
those
huge.
are amazing bucket list items that I think we should all make.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I'm so down.
Yes.
What about you? What is your, because
Ooh,
I know you
yeah.
haven't. So if you were to, I hope this lingo's okay. If you were to pop the cherry and finally go on an investigation, like what if you could think of like one,
Where are we
what's
taking
one that-
you?
Where are we taking you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so probably Lizzie Borden's house.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a good
okay.
one.
That's a
I
good
love
one.
Lizzie Borden. I always like the mystery of if she did it or not is
What do you think?
something.
I'm looking
I
up how far
honestly-
away it is because I don't remember right now.
In my gut, I feel like she didn't. I don't know. Something is just telling me
Like
that
she
she
did
did
not.
that
Did
she
not.
did not. I just something in
Oh.
my gut, and it's just such an interesting story to me, and that's what I love about paranormal is when it's unsolved, and like I
Ooh.
want to get people's side of the stories. I'm like, what happened,
Okay.
girl? What
Yeah.
happened?
give me the give me
Give
the
me the
tea.
tea.
Like so many questions. I have so many questions. I always
That's a
have
good one
questions.
though. Lizzie Borden. That is a
I
good
would
That
one.
is a
love to go
very
to
good
Lizzie
one.
Borden's house. So we
Wanna
need
go
to.
there
I know. I don't know
I
if I
feel
can
like we
sleep.
just like if we could all just like not have to work, we could just spend our time like going like mystery machining across the country to go check these places out.
Don't you
Literally
threaten me with a good time.
Girl.
Woo!
I think
Girl.
we just found out like our retirement plan if
Girl.
we get to
Mhm.
retire.
Everyone buy tickets for Ghouliecon right now.
Yeah.
Because then I
If
can
Creepy Confidential pops, get
Let's
your ticket.
let's start
Exactly.
just a GoFundMe.
Right.
Send us across the country. We'll buy like a mystery machine van. It'll be a great
Like,
time.
our YouTube channel would pop off.
Yeah.
Like pop off. We would have special guests. We would have
It needs to.
Mr.
There,
Creep.
we just found what our telethon needs to be for.
Ooh, yes. There we go.
A week,
See, this
a
is
week out on the road. Don't I said?
be
Don't
very
you threaten me
honest.
with a good time with paranormal.
I'm
I'll
in.
show up with all these books.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You got all your luggage and books
Yeah.
and you're like, let's go. And we're like,
You
oh,
know
you brought
that I
everything.
would.
Awesome. I know.
You know that I would.
Because we'd be like, oh, what equipment do we need? And we'd look over and be like, no, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, I'd be
And
like,
I'll
here,
just-
this bag's for you.
I've just got all of my cameras.
That's fine. We have a tripod. We can use the tripod. Let's just
I got
we
everything
can
you
do it.
need.
I got audio, I got cameras, I got
Yep.
So,
pendulums.
So that's our thing. We could do our telethon for our.
I'm just saying
One-
this should
one
be a
week road
live stream.
trip.
I'm just this
Yeah.
might have to be a live stream soon because I told you us three. We just made a telethon. Who
Yeah.
We have a reason
you know about us?
to help get these three crazy gals across the
Oh,
where
God.
they need to go.
I feel like us an investigation would be hilarious, and I need us to do it. I would just be asking. The thing is, I don't want to like ask questions to be rude. I just genuinely want to know like what happened. Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah, and they're not
What
going
did
to
you
tell you
go
if you don't ask
through?
questions.
Well, half
Otherwise,
the
just
time they like
imagine-
want to tell you anyway.
Yeah,
Like
imagine
most
the
of them
ghost
are like,
standing there,
hey.
like looking at you, like, why isn't she talking? We don't know what she wants.
I'm like, girl, what happened? Let me know.
Is she mute? Like, what? Where'd she come from?
I don't know.
You
But
gotta-
yes, if you want to sponsor us, just let us know. But this has been as much fun as I already knew it was going to be. I was not
you knew.
not worried. But I will link all of obviously Creeps stuff and then Strange Talks, socials, all that fun stuff in the description. But if you enjoyed it, let us know, and we will definitely be back.
Yes.
I already know.
Yes.
But have a good night, my ghoulies, and ta-ta for now.
Stay creepy, my friends.